Hi people, how's it all going? Hope you're all doing well. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Basically, I'm just going to do a little video, mainly because I was going to show you this car, which I will come back to this car in a little while. But I'd also thought I'd do a little video about these things and a couple of other little bits and bobs. Mainly with the batteries. It's mainly just some advice really, most of you probably already know anyway. Yeah, with your batteries, if you're using your car and you've charged it and you know you're going to be using it in like 2 or 3 days, then that's fine. But if you're not, and it's just a good idea to storage charge these batteries, guys, because if you don't, they can end up knocking up on you. If you fully charge it and leave it, it can damage it. If you've used it and then just left it, that can also damage it. So if you've charged it, let's just say you charge it and you're going to go out, but you end up busy, so you don't take it out 2 or 3 days later and you still haven't taken it out, don't leave it fully charged. Honestly guys, don't leave it fully charged. Just stick it on storage mode and storage charge it. You'll save yourself so much money by doing that. It's just honestly worth it. I know it takes time to take the time to look after your batteries, and it takes time to storage charge them, but it just saves you money in buying batteries in the long run if you look after them. Like, I'm just storage charging it now. I haven't done that one yet. So these two underneath here, they're charged and ready to go. But I use them ones quite a lot because I use it in this car. I use it in this car. I also use them batteries in this car. It's a shame really because it doesn't fit in this car. It'd be nice if it did, but they don't fit in there. Hence why I've had to get. This is the battery what I'm running in it. Like. But look how small. Not compared to the X-Max battery, because that's just big anyway. But look. They're both 2S batteries, but this one is just a lot smaller. And is a little bit smaller than what I needed really for that car, but I can get it in there. I got to use bits of foam to hold the battery. But yeah, it's just a bit of a word of advice, guys. Like, even this car uses LiPo batteries. And again, when I bought this car, it only comes with this charger. Where's it? So it comes with a charger like this. And all that will do is balance charge your battery. It will not storage charge it. So, because I got 3 of these batteries, as you can see, I made a lead so that it will allow me to plug it into this charger here. These chargers are actually pretty good, guys. I highly recommend one of these because you can save the data and stuff on it. So, like with this battery, as you can see, it's 7.4 volt, 5200 milliamps. So what you do when you save it onto here, you put 7.4 volt, you set the milliamps to 5200. And then when this, not that charger, sorry, this charger. When this charger is plugged in and you're charging it, once you put in the milliamps, this charger then knows to charge this battery to that many milliamps. So when I storage charge these batteries, these are only 400 milliamps. I don't know if there's a pick it up, wait there. There you go, see? 400. So you just program that into this, Again, you just put 2S 7.4 volt, set it to 400 milliamps. Then when you storage charge it, it will store to the right capacity for the battery. I didn't really know that at first. I kind of made a mistake where I was charging them, but I didn't set the milliamp on there. But now I've done that. Obviously now when I storage charge it, it was storage charged to the right capacity of the battery. So this one's 5,200. Yeah, this one's 5,200. I think my 3S pack, I did have 2 of these, but I sold one with a car. Kind of wish I didn't now. And the 3S pack is 3,300 milliamps. Again, you just set it on here. It'll come up with a profile, so you do like profile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to however many you can save on there. So yeah, as long as you set the milliamps to the right battery, when you charge it, it will charge to the right milliamps. If it's too high, it will overcharge your battery and kill it. If it's too low, it will undercharge your battery and kill it. A little bit confusing, I know, but trust me, it works. And yeah, the nickel metal packs, you don't have to worry a sausage about them. They don't matter nothing. Oh, storage charge done. Give me 2 secs, guys. I'm just going to quickly stick the other one on, and then I'll get up to the Subaru that I've been working on. See, so that's done. Like, that's just easy. You just unplug it, you plug this one in. These things are so easy to use. You can also put the Bluetooth on this, so you can sit in the front room, Bluetooth it to your phone, and then you can check the power levels and stuff from the Bluetooth module on your phone. So you ain't even got to come in and look at it. I don't really use it, to be honest, but you can if you want to. Yeah, honestly guys, it's worth storage charging your batteries. Don't just leave them. Don't leave them fully charged. Don't leave them discharged. And whatever you do, if you took your car out, say you just took out this X-Max or this or that, it doesn't matter which car. It probably doesn't matter too much with the nickel metal packs. I would still suggest to do it though. As soon as you come home or as soon as you finish running it, if you know you're not going to be using it, just unplug your batteries. Don't leave them plugged in. Also, I should tell myself off for this. Also, oh, for God's sake. Oh, I'll just use it. Don't do this either, guys. Leave your batteries in the controllers. Take them out. If you know you're not going to be running your car for a while, don't leave your batteries in the car, because if it's like these kind of batteries, they can possibly leak. I'm not going to say they're going to, but you just don't want it to, because if it does, it'll corrode all your terminals. You can clean it all off, but it takes time. So just to save it, plus as well with the batteries in the controller, even though it's not on, that is still sending power through this controller because they're plugged in. Really, I should take them out, really. Oh, I won't worry about it now. I'm going to bore you with that. I'll do that in a little bit. Anyway, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to quickly move this X-Max so I can put this over there. So give me 2 seconds on that. And here we are, guys. It's my Colin McRae tribute car. I'm also doing another one. I've got this one up here, which I'm doing. I've got to paint the cockpit and stuff inside. It's pretty much all I've got left to do. I've got a little bit of sanding around the arches. I didn't paint this shell either, it was already painted. It was in one of my other videos. But yeah, I've totally stickered it, it looks pretty awesome. But yeah, I've got a few bits I still got to do on it. But yeah, back to I've only just done this shell recently, to be honest, guys. I don't know, in the past week or two. There is like a little touch down here where I need to touch that up, but I don't have the right colour paint at the minute. But once I get it and I touch that back up, you won't even notice that. But yeah, it's looking pretty good though. I think I've done a pretty good job on it. It's not too bad. I'm not the best with doing body shells, I will admit, but I don't do too bad. I hate doing them, I'm not gonna lie. But the main reason why I'm showing you this car is because, one, I'm a huge Colin McRae fan. I grew up watching him in the 90s. I grew up playing his games. Yeah, I'm just a huge fan. He was an awesome driver. I do actually miss the guy. I didn't know him, but I do miss him. And yeah, so I've basically done 2 tribute cars for him. Like, I don't really plan on running this car. I might do a little video outside one day, maybe. I'm definitely not really going to run this car because it's just it's quite old. It's quite rare. Like, you can't find a lot of them these days. But this is actually running on a TTO. I nearly said a TTO2 chassis, but I'm lying. It's running on a TTO1 chassis, which is the main reason why I'm doing this video. One, yeah, to show you the shell, and the other one. So I bought this chassis not too long ago. It did come as a car, it wasn't running the best. But I put full bearing kit in it. I've got it all working. I've got all the radio gear in there, everything works. I've tried it, like I've tested it out, and I haven't really drove it anywhere. I just tested it. It's running all old school radio, so you have to plug the aerial in. But I'll probably switch the radio anyway. I don't really use the old style radio. It's the crystals I don't really like. I just prefer it without the crystals. There ain't nothing wrong with it, it works. But yeah, the main reason for this is I bought this car off of eBay for about 80 quid. It was pretty much up and running, guys. It was alright. It just needed some work doing to it. Obviously, you needed a bearing kit put in there. But you can see he's put the aluminium shaft in it, which is a good thing. I put these springs on it because they're just standard stock ones. They're nothing special. It's just mainly for show. And the main reason as well why I'm doing this is because I've had this shell for some time. And I was saying that I was going to paint it. And I never got round to it because at the time we was just going through Brexit. Yeah, Brexit. Or that EU thing or whatever it was. We was going through that. Deliveries were... Well, you couldn't really get deliveries of anything because there wasn't any drivers. So yeah, at the time I couldn't get any body posts for this car. I tried everywhere. I even like model sport places like that on eBay. At the time I just couldn't get none nowhere. But when I bought this car off of eBay, I already had the body posts, so obviously I just used them. But yeah, so I've just recently done this shell. I wasn't going to use this chassis because I already had a TTO1 chassis. But I didn't notice on the other TTO1 chassis that there was bits of damage that I didn't actually clock until I started properly working on it. So here's the other chassis I got. I have got a plan for this as well. I'll show you it in a minute. So when I bought this car off of eBay, I paid 80 quid for it. It came with a different shell. It was a Subaru one, a Colin McRae one. It just wasn't the one what I just had on it. I did that one. So yeah, on this car, there was a few broken parts. I can't remember exactly what parts were broken, but I knew this was one of them. I knew there were a couple of other problems. But when I bought this car, lucky enough, it came with most of the pieces that I needed to do this one. So yeah, I managed to get this chassis up and going. Well, I haven't ran it as such, but it's got the motor and servo in there. It doesn't, the suspension is just really stiff as shite, to be honest. But again, I'm probably not really going to be running it anyway, so I don't really care about that for a minute. So yeah, when I bought this car, luckily enough, it came with a lot of spares to finish this one. And then I'll show you now what shell that this come with is a HPI shell. Subaru again, but it just looks totally crap on the car because the HPI cars are usually longer. They're about 200mm or just over. If I put this shell on the car, you'll see what I'm on about. Sorry, I'm showing you the curtain there. I don't know if you want to see that shit. No, I've got the other bit of the spoiler, but it's missing. But let me just quickly pop it on, and then you see what I mean. You see how it doesn't quite line up? That's because the wheelbase on the HPI car is a little bit different. I suppose you could, because the guy hasn't actually cut around the wheel arch properly. I don't know, maybe it would line up if it was cut properly. But anyway, as you can see, like some of the paint is like coming off. It's not in the best of conditions. Like, see that the paint's coming off, paint's coming off, paint's coming off. Anyway, well, like I said, it's not in the best of conditions. So yeah, that's why I did this shell. I might even do a cockpit and that for this thing at some point. Pop it back on. See, much better. But yeah, that's the bit that I got to touch up along here. But once I get the right paint, I just give that a quick wipe off because it's on the outside, and then I just touch it over with the right colour. It's a shame really because I have got it. If you want to know the colour of this, it's not actually a Subaru colour, even though it's not too dissimilar from that. Like this one is slightly darker, as you can see, but it's not too dissimilar. If you want to know what colour I did this car, is Ford Monza Blue. And it's just a normal Monza Blue. I actually, because I did go to buy the paint for it, but I made the mistake of buying Ford Electric Monza Blue, which is similar, but as you can see, is not the same. But I will get the proper Monza Blue. No, I know it's not this one. I'll just get the, and then I'll just touch over that bit, see, with the right colour. Once I do that in the right colour, you'll never even notice that. But yeah, I've done the panel lines. I've got to do a couple of touch-ups. I just broke a bit there. But I can touch that up with a pen, I ain't worried. I've done around this. I've done around these. I've done around these on the roof. I've done the boot lid. And I've done the doors. I mean, it looks alright. I'm quite happy with how it's turned out, to be fair. Like I said, I'm not the best at doing bodies. I kind of hate doing bodies. Whilst I was over there, I should have grabbed that over shell. But anyway, yeah, that's my Colin McRae tribute car. I'm thinking about adding an exhaust, maybe a cockpit, like I said, and some window wipers. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about that. But give me 2 seconds and I'll get the other shell and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with this chassis. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Alright guys, you're back. And here's the chassis. And now I can hear you saying, yeah, so what's your plans with that? And my plan is to do this car. I don't know if I'm going to be looking forward to doing it, because it actually looks a bit more complicated than I first kind of anticipated. But I will place the body shell over the chassis right now. Bam! Obviously it's not cut out, it's not painted. It's actually quite wide. That's really wide. Oh. How am I going to get around that? Oh, I don't know. Well, that kind of didn't go to plan. I don't know, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll use it on a different chassis. But, well, yeah, anyway, this is going to be one of my next projects. And it is the Ford Fiesta rally car. Now, here's the decor sheet. So, yeah. I've seen one of these once they're built up, and they do look pretty awesome. And the one I've seen as well, it was on eBay, and the guy had it on a Tamiya TT01 chassis. How he did that, I don't know. He must have got some spacers to space the wheels out. But I'm not really worried about that for now, because it's not even painted, as you can see. But yeah, that's going to be my next project, guys. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, as this video's gone on for long enough now. So, well, yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.